Yeah, really looking forward to this fight now. Everything, all the real hard graft and training is done now. It's just about staying focused, staying disciplined now, and coming into this fight locked, loaded, and ready for action. No problem. Very, very easily I can go up to 168. I fight right now, obviously at 160, but 168 is not a problem either. If that becomes an opportunity or a possibility, Ireland versus Mexico, let's go.
Hey, my friend, how's it going? Good to see you. It's always a pleasure to have a conversation with you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate your time.
You have a great fight coming. It's going to be very competitive fight. Tell us about it. Shane Mosley Jr. and, of course, the pride of Ireland, my dear Jason Robert Quigley.
Yeah, really looking forward to this fight now. Everything, all the real hard graft and training is done now. It's just about staying focused, staying disciplined now, and coming into this fight locked, loaded, and ready for action.
Awesome. The main event is going to be a great fight too, but someone told me that you are willing to steal the night, talking about boxing. You can steal the night against Shane Mosley Jr.
Yeah, look, I get in there and I take care of the simple things. I take care of myself, get in there, make sure, put on a great performance, do the absolute best I can, and come away victorious. And if that steals the show, let that steal the show.
Jason, this fight, it could be one of the most important fights in your career because definitely it puts you really close to a title shot, right?
Yeah, this fight, I come away victorious from this fight. We're going to be right in line for a shot maybe with the likes of Demetrius Andrade or a world title eliminator with the likes of Jaime Munguia. So, yeah, it's a very important fight. It's an exciting fight. And that's what makes it that's what makes me so much looking forward to it and excited for the fight.
Definitely. Either Jaime or either Dimitrios Bubu Andrade, it could be a great fight, but definitely for the Mexicans, and you know that fans are crazy for boxing in your country as well. So definitely with Jaime Munguia, it would be a worldwide event, maybe for a title.
Yeah, without a doubt. A fight with Jaime Munguia on a Mexican weekend in Vegas. Hopefully, we can get all the Irish over there at that time as well. And it'll be one hell of a party, one hell of a atmosphere, and one hell of a fight.
Of course, good boxing, good beer, and good girls.
Yes, bro.
We share these things because we love boxing, we love women, and we love beer. And I mean, at the end, it is a great fight. But tell me something. How do you feel now? It's like less than 2 weeks to get there, Mandalay Bay against Shane Mosley Jr. How is it feeling?
Yeah, it's feeling great. I'm very relaxed. I'm excited, and as I says, look, it's at that point now where we just have to stay focused, do all the simple things right, and make sure we get in there and come fight night, put in a great performance.
There is something like I can feel something new in your willing to conquer the world championship. Do you believe you have again in your life the eye of the tiger? Because I can notice.
Yeah, like I think there is. I think you need to have the eye of the tiger. You need to have that drive, that passion, that determination in you to become a world champion. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm going to bring in my best game, my best performance come fight night, because I have that passion, that determination to become a world champion. But first and foremost, I need to take care of business May 29th against Shane Mosley Jr.
How is the feeling talking about that you're gonna fight like after a year and a half something? How is the feeling? Because you are a really like a crazy guy in a good way. You're always moving. You're always training. I mean, you never stop. But how is the feeling that because of the pandemic, whatever you name it, you need to stop, and it's more than a year since you fight
Yeah, like
last time.
the whole boxing world had stopped for a while, but I never stopped. I kept training.
Hmm.
I was back home in Ireland, and we were training hard, staying in shape, staying ready. Even when I don't have training camps or fights coming up, I always stay in shape. I always stay ready, and it has all paid off for me greatly because now I'm in even better and tremendous shape now than before, and yeah, I'm coming in 110% ready for fight night.
And in the other hand, Mosley, he fought in February 2021. Is something that you need to worry about it, or you don't care? You're only focusing your side.
Yeah, I focus on my own side, but yes, I haven't boxed for 14 months, but I have been in the ring sparring
Yeah.
hundreds of rounds. Like that is exactly what I'm going to be doing once I get into fight night. It's not as if I haven't been in a ring or haven't sparred in 14 months. I have been in the ring. I have been sparring. I have been doing the exact same as I plan to do come fight night. So yeah, it's not an issue for me whatsoever.
Talking about the last name of your opponent, it's Mosley. At the end, is Mosley.
Hmm.
But you're not gonna fight against his father. But at some point, did you realize that if you beat Mosley Jr., it's gonna be a more noise? It's gonna be a noisy victory.
Yeah, of course, and that's what Shane has to carry on his shoulders. He comes with a lot of expectations
Yeah.
because his father was such a legend of the sport and a very deserving one. He was a phenomenal fighter, and everybody is going to rate Junior off his father's accolades and always going to compare them, which is definitely not easy for Shane because his father, as I says, was a legend of the sport.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what Shane has to live with. But for me, I'm going to get in there and yeah, I know the noise that can be created after a victory over Shane.
Why? I have to watch your fight. Tell us.
You have to watch the fight because this is going to be a very exciting fight. It's going to be a great performance by me. I'm looking forward to getting on a very big stage, putting in a very good performance, lifting that title, and moving on to becoming a world champion in the very near future.
Definitely. Finally, two more things. First of all, of course, you are a great fighter. You're a friend for me. You know that, and I respect you and I love you. And it's always a pleasure to see you. But let me ask you, as an analyst, what is your opinion about this undisputed fight between Jose Carlos Ramirez and, of course, Josh Taylor? Could you tell us something? Could you analyze for us this fight?
This is like this is a real 50-50 fight. This is a very exciting fight because both fighters are bringing belts to the table. They are both world champions, and this is a fight that the fans have won already because these are the fights that boxing needs. We need fights that is going to excite the people and it's going to put champion versus champion, everyone putting something on the line. It brings that excitement, that fire to the fight. The both of them are very. It's very hard to split each fighter, so it's going to be a very interesting one. In terms of you know, Ramirez obviously has a lot more experience, has been a professional a lot longer than Josh. So he has that on his side, but Josh is a phenomenal fighter and has done so much in a short career as a professional fighter. So it's going to be one hell of a fight, and to go and pick a winner is going to be very difficult. So it's going to make the fight even more interesting to watch.
Definitely. And finally, Canelo's performance, because at some point, the name of Jason Quigley sounds really, really high to fight against Canelo. But now tell us about the last best performance against Billy Joe Saunders.
Look, I think it was a phenomenal performance by Canelo. I think that he looked in control the whole fight. He was very composed, very controlled, and he took care of business. You know, Billy Joe started the box pretty well in the mid rounds, but anything that he landed on Canelo never really bothered Canelo, never really hurt him, never took anything out of him, and it was just like Canelo was setting him up for a big finish, and that's exactly what he done. You know, Canelo has showed his class once again by beating an undefeated fighter, and not only beating an undefeated fighter, but stopping him dramatically with a very severe injury. Just shows the power that Canelo was carrying also. And you know, Canelo is very much so deserving of the pound for pound #1 rating.
Okay, finally, something is coming from heaven, and he's telling me that if you go to 68, you're going to fight against Canelo sooner or later.
No problem. Very, very easily I can go up to 168. I fight right now, obviously, at 160, but 168 is not a problem either. If that becomes an opportunity or a possibility, Ireland versus Mexico, let's go.
There you go. Again, thanks for your time. Thanks for your friendship, and the best wishes for you this 29.
Gracias, amigo.
Cuídate mucho. Bye bye. Bye. Take care, my man. Bye. Bye. La entrevista fue presentada por Seyer en Los Puños de los Campeones desde 1930. Mi querida raza, ustedes saben bien que en este canal de YouTube No Puedes Jugar Boxeo tenemos desde el debutante hasta Santos Saúl Álvarez Barragán, mejor conocido como el Canelo, el número 1 libra por libra. Yo los quiero invitar a que se suscriban a nuestro canal de YouTube No Puedes Jugar Boxeo para tener lo mejor del boxeo mundial. Sí, lo mejor del mundo mundial aquí en No Puedes Jugar Boxeo.